Hello everyone, welcome back to the part 3 of our tutorial on cookbook content generation with ChatGPT. So in the previous part of this tutorial, we have the part 1 and 2. So we start by using ChatGPT to generate our title from existing titles that are ranking, and then we head over to getting our 7 backend keywords from the same titles and the same method we used in getting our title, and then we proceeded to content generation. We got a table of content and we started to generate our content. So in this part of the tutorial, which is the part 3, I'll be showing you how to format your manuscript to make it ready for publishing, right? So if you're just joining for the first time, thank you for joining us. We implore you to go through the playlist, the Amazon KDP playlist, and check all the videos we have regarding Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing that you may want to watch. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back again. And yeah, we are 165 subscribers already. The last time we made this, the part 2 of this video, I think we're about less than 150. So that means we have new subscribers. If you just subscribed in the past week, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you. And yes, my name is Hannah, and this is Income Overseas, where we teach you how to make passive income. And the first method we started with this year is using Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, which is Amazon KDP. And it's been an amazing journey. We have a community, WhatsApp community of authors where we share inspiration, where we ask questions. It's very interactive. There are questions and answer. We have authors there who are ready to answer your questions. We have newbies. We have oldies in the publishing industry, and it's very interactive. So if you're yet to join our community, would advise that you do so as soon as you can, so that you don't miss out on updates that are being shared there almost every day. It's very interactive, and there are people who are willing to answer your questions. Myself, I'm always available to answer questions when I can and when I can't. We have other people that are willing to answer questions. So we can't wait to have you. Right, if you've not watched the part 1 and 2 of this tutorial yet on cookbook content generation with ChatGPT, then this is the time you want to go and start watching it from the very first tutorial, which is the part 1, and then head over to the part 2 before coming back to watch this very one, which is the part 3. So without further ado, let's head over to our last manuscript. The last manuscript the last cookbook, this is a cookbook we used for a previous tutorials. It's air fryer cookbook for beginners. That's the title. The subtitle is just a minute, let me bold in this since it's the title. Yeah, so this is the title. The subtitle is 30 days of easy and delicious recipes for healthy cooking at home. And the pen name can be anything, like I explained in the previous lessons. Don't use your local name if you are from Nigeria or any other African country. Try to use an English pen name. It is allowed, very allowed on Amazon to use a pen name that is not your name, right? So since your target audience is usually the US market, it is the largest market, the Amazon.com, then you may want to use an English pen name so that it can appeal to your target audience. So here's our title page. We don't have picture yet on the title page, and we don't have recipe pictures yet in the book. We don't have the table of content yet, but I left the space. So after the title page, next thing we'll have the copyright information, This is the way your book will be set up. This is the structure, right? The title page, the copyright page, then the table of content, which is usually 2 pages or four. But if it's 3 pages, then just note that the fourth page should be a picture before your introduction starts on the fifth page. Don't forget, when you are page numbering, your title page will not be numbered. Your numbering will start from the copyright page. So we have the space, these 2 pages will be left for the table of content, which will be inserted automatically based on your outline, your heading 1 and heading 2. Like we have this introduction to FI is heading 1. Then we have getting started with your FIR is heading 2. So the heading 1, all the text or the outlines that are in heading 1 and heading 2 will be automatically appear in your table of content when you insert the table of content automatically. So those are the outlines that will be captured in your table of contents. I hope you understand me. If you don't understand, please you can just do a Google search to read more about what I'm trying to explain. Then followed after the introductory pages, we have the subtitle. Then we head over to um the recipes, right? You can, depend on what you're doing, you can have an extra chapter for probably discussing, let's say for instance you're writing about diabetes or any other health kind of cookbook. You want to write about the health condition, and while the people you're writing to or your target audience should get the book, why they need a certain kind of recipe or certain kind of eating habit for certain kind of health challenge. Do you understand? So after then you can now head over to the recipe chapter, and it's usually breaking down into subcategories or subsections. We have majorly the three major ones we have that you're expected to have in your cookbook is the breakfast recipes, the lunch and dinner. Then in addition to the three, you can decide to have desserts, you can decide to have smoothies, sides and um um other complementary dishes, right? Or other complementary recipes or courses. So, but the breakfast, lunch, and dinner are usually the main courses, right? You can have the complementary ones. So, the next we have here is a breakfast recipe. Classic. Okay, so we have, because we're targeting at least, so we have the breakfast recipe. Usually I like to have at least 30 recipes in a cookbook, at the least 30. You can have more, you can have 40 recipes, you can have 50, you can have 60, you can have 100, and even more than that, even 200. But I like to have the numbers of recipe I can cater for cater for, in the sense that a number of recipe I can afford, or I can have the energy to add their each individual recipe pictures, right? So that anyone that buys this cookbook or my cookbook will have each of the recipes with their picture, so that they know what they're expected to have after preparing that particular dish, right? So under the breakfast recipe I think we have 8, under lunch we have 8, and under dinner we have 8, which makes it about 32 or so. I think 32, or yeah, 32, 33. So to move forward, I generated each of them, the recipes. You can see classic air fried bacon and eggs. We have another one, we have crispy. So I finished generating it based, from the last part of this tutorial. I started off, but I could not continue in the recording because I don't want it to be too long or lengthy. I don't want the size to be too heavy, right? And I don't want it to exceed 45 minutes. So I completed it till the conclusion. Right now, after doing that, and I showed you how to do that, the next thing you want to do is to format. How do you format? You make sure that your H1, which is the heading 1, is under heading 1. Don't just increase the don't just increase the size yourself. Make sure it's in heading 1. Come here, you see heading 1. Because if you don't do this, if they won't appear on your table of content. And you can see this one, each recipe will be in heading 2. You can see it here, heading 2. If you are leaving it as normal text, it won't appear in your table of content when you insert it automatically. And that is why you want to make sure that you have your H1 and H2 set up appropriately. And you can see the way I'm doing my own, it's picking up the formatting I already set up on my laptop, right? If it's something you have not done before, when you put it on heading 1 or 2, you just pick the generic formatting with black ink, but then you have to go and change the color to make it look better, and change probably the put it on bolding it, and probably change the font. But then you would realize once I put mine, it just takes the formatting because I'd preset it. I've set it as default on my laptop. You can also do it on your phone, but it may be difficult because you can't do that on your normal Google Docs app, but you can do it using your Kiwi browser. You log in on your query browser to your Google account, go to Google Docs and make sure you are viewing on desktop mode. You will see it the way it should be on desktop, and then you can do all those formatting. I won't be showing you here. If you don't know how to do it, you can just Google it and then read about it. It's very easy. So the next thing I did is to format it neatly by making all the like the prep time, cook time, serving, and bolding them so they can stand out. The nutritional information, you can see all this bolding. Then I put this list of nutritional details. I put them on bullets, right? And then you can see instruction and ingredient are also bolding, and you want to number the instruction. Most times it comes with numbering, right? Don't forget your if your target audience is the US market, make sure you're writing the US English. So the next thing, you want to do that for every single recipe you have. You format it neatly like this, right? You can also do more, but this is just basic formatting and I don't want to complicate it for beginners, right? So this alone can go. The next thing you want to do, you can see this one is not yet formatted. What you want to do is just come and format each of them. Just make this one bolding so it just looks, make your work neat. Do that for each and every one of these headings, right? These are not major headings, so you don't have to put them in heading 1. You separate this one, the nutritional information from the serving and everything, serving, prep time, and cook time. You want to do the same for this, and then we have that. Then you have to just repeat this and make sure each of the recipes you have in your book should be in H2. The next thing we want to do after we finish all this formatting, I can't do everything here because of the I don't want to prolong the video unnecessarily. So I just want to make sure I do the major things. You can just use the same format I used for the previous 2 to 3 recipes and complete this other one, and then you get to your conclusion. And the next thing you want to do is you want to add pictures to each of the recipes, and also have a picture in your title page to make it aesthetically, to make it look good and pleasing to your your potential buyers, right, or customers. So what you want to do is, I usually get my pictures from Canva library because I use Canva Pro. So if you're on the Canva Pro, you get numerous pictures. If you're on the free Canva plan, you may not get a lot of pictures. Most of them will have crown and you have to pay. But then what you can do is, if you cannot afford the Canva Pro, get the ones you can get for free. The ones you are not able to get, you can get them from Pixel and Pixabay. I know you are familiar with these two websites already. I don't want to go into them in details. If you are not familiar with them already, you can just Google them, very easy, and search for each of the recipes. So let's take, for instance, I want to search for the first recipe here. What I want to do is I come to the recipe and click to copy it. Just highlight it, copy the recipe, and then go and search it on Pixel or Pixabay. You can also get some of these pictures. This is a trick I use. You can also you get it on Instagram, because a lot of people post meals after making their meals. They want to post their after results to Instagram, and most of those pictures, most of them, I'm not saying all, but most of them are posted by individuals and are not copyrighted. So you can get some of the pictures you're not able to get from the free Canva there. But then as you upgrade, you may want to consider subscribing to the Canva Pro, so that you can get pictures and everything you need to get for your book. It makes it easy for you to complete your book and get the pictures and everything, design your cover, and you're just good to go. So head over to Canva now, and I will show you how I get my pictures on Canva. So this is the Canva. The next thing you want to do, you also want to click on create, this plus sign. I don't know if you saw that. This plus sign, this one, you click on it, come to custom size, just change it to inches. And what you want to do is, you want to use the width, you want to make it portrait and landscape, so that the pictures can sit well in your manuscript. So you want to use 20, I already have it here, 2048 by 15. Oh, in pixel now, sorry, in pixel. 2048. Sorry about that, I took screenshot. 2048 by 1562, and hit on create new design. So it will give you the blank page, and you can see it's already landscape, is not portrait. And what you want to do, you want to click on this, click out of the document, click out, come to elements. I've already copied the recipe. Come to, after clicking on elements, you want to paste the recipe name you copied, paste it here, search for it, and come to photo. When you come to photo, because I'm on Canva Pro, most of the pictures will not have crown, and then you will know, you'll be able to use them. But the ones that have crown, you know by, they have trouble searching. Could be network and could be their system. Okay, so here we go. So you want to make sure that the pictures you're selecting relates with your recipe. Here is the recipe. Say classic air. We have classic air fried bacon and egg. So you want to check. And what you can do to confirm sometimes is to click and hold. Click and hold. Let's take, for instance, I want to use something like this. Any of this can go. Click and hold it. You will see the name of the recipe: fried egg, bacon, and sausage. And we want fried egg, bacon, a potato fried egg with bacon. So classic air fried bacon, we want the air fried one, fried egg and bacon. So you can use any of this one. From what I can see here, they just make sure you confirm that what you're doing using is related to the recipe you have. So I want to check. So let's use one of the ones you have already confirmed. So let me see this again. Fried egg and bacon sausage with sausage. No, we don't have sausage. I want to use this. No, let me use this other one. Then what you want to do is, you can see the way it's silent. If you can make it set image as background, so I can fill up. But you don't want to do this until you see the way it's one sided. You want to remove the you want to zoom cut out this part so that when you do that, when you click, you just click on the image itself, then you click on these three dots, scroll to the end, you will see this third one, set as background. Click on it and it fills up the page. You go to before then, you can also come here, add more pages. We need 30 recipes, 32 recipes, recipe pictures, because I have 32 recipes. You want to create extra 31 pages to make it 32. You want to select this instead of clicking add. Select these two, then duplicate in two. So you can see in twos, it makes it faster to 32. 32. So I want to have 32, one extra 33. Look at what I'm going to do with the extra one. I want to use it for my title page. And what I want to do with it is, so let me duplicate it first. Let me duplicate. Just a minute, please. Okay, it's still selected. 33. Yeah. And select it. Come here. Okay, so I want to make this first one to be my title page. I want to have my recipe picture in there. You can just use any pictures after you finish getting your 30 pictures, any of the ones that are best, that looks be the best is what you want to have on your title page, because that's your first impression. When somebody clicks the sample to read sample of your book, they see the image on the title page, and whatever they see has to relate with the book title. So what I want to do is, I like to have like three combinations of pictures, and I want to do that. I have to put a grid. Just come here and search for grid. You will see a grid, you see grids. Pick a grid that has three in one, like this one, this very one. You can see. So what I want to do is, I have to have three different pictures, recipe pictures here. So the first, this will be my title page image, and then we have 33 more, 32 more. So this is my first recipe. Again, I go back and select that fried egg and bacon. What's going on? Classic fried egg to be network. So I'm going with this. Cut it out to be make sure it's centralized. Set as page, set as background. Go to the second slide. Go to the second recipe. Scroll. Copy it again. Crispy French toast sticks. Come here to elements. You search for it. Replace it with this. Search for it. Go to photos and look for whatever fit it. Crispy French toast stick. So you want to make sure it's what you're looking for. You press and hold the image and see what is written there. You can see homemade French toast stick. So you click on this and we have our second picture. This one is already centralized, so just leave it like that. Go to the third one and keep doing that. Go to the next recipe again. You copy. I won't do for all because of our time, not to make this video too long, but then at least you can see I did for three, so that I can have three extra pictures to put on my title page. So you come here again, replace it with this, where you just copied, replace with this and search. So even if you are on Pixabay or Pixel or whichever website you're using to get your images, you're going to do the same thing. Just paste the whatever you want to copy, you want to get picture of. So let's see, this is breakfast burrito. So let's assume this is it. I didn't check it in details because I'm just trying to show you. Um, so let's so now we have three. What you want to do is, you want to come here, pick when you are through, pick any of the three you've gotten. So you want to have pictures, recipe pictures. So let's say I have this one, the one I want, the one with background, so it appears better. Let's say I have. Let's say this is. We are just assuming now that this is part of. So let's remove this so you can see the other ones, the other suggestions. So the other ones you have used before, recent. Let's see. It's supposed to display on that. I don't know why it's not displaying. but then so they can have this, zoom it out and bring it here. We are going to zoom it out to make sure it fills. Then we have one more. Let's look for one more. Let's assume this is it. Oh, I don't like this. Make sure you're using something that looks good. Make sure you're using something that looks good. I don't want to be responsible for your book not making sales. So we want something that looks good. We want to use probably this here. And now we have three variety recipe in our title page. So you can see. So you have other single pictures, recipe pictures for your cookbook recipes, and the very first one will be for your title page. And let's assume, let's just download these ones we have. Page 1 to 4, right? We have 4. So page 1 to 4, I want to download it as JPEG because I don't want it to be too heavy. I don't want to download all, just the first three, first, second, third, fourth, the first three with the title page. Then I think network. I want this download button to turn to purple so that it will be clickable. Now it's not clickable. Let's just give it a minute and see if it pops up. Don't know why it's delaying, but yeah, it has popped up to download. So let's assume we have the 33 pictures, but we don't have it, of course. We can't do all now. I will do them later and share this very book and formatting, this very cool book as templates in the community. So if you're in the community, you have this cool very book I'm working on as template for yourself. So that will be your a template, not for you to use, but as a template, as a guide to guide you on how to create yours, the formatting and everything. So I'll be sharing these templates. So you can download. Let's do it again. Hopefully it downloads now. I think the network is quite poor, and well, let's be hopeful. I apologize if my voice is low and not so vibrant as it used to. I just want to make sure that I get this done by all means. It's not the perfect timing for me, but I just want to get it done, and that is why I'm sounding this way. So we have it now in our gallery. So the next thing we want to do is to go to our documents. So we have it. We don't have to confirm. I know where we have it. So we want to go to our title page first and come here in between your subtitle and your pen name. You want to click in the middle. Make sure it's in the middle, centralized. Then you come to this plus sign. Then you go to images. You go to photos, and then you can see the one that has these three pictures will be in your title page. So you can see how this looks, right? You can see how this looks, right? So imagine your title page is like this compared to it without picture and it's just dry, and so your pen name will be here. Make sure you have your pen name, whatever name you're using. For now, we don't have a name, right? This is supposed to be in title and capital letter. So what happened? Did it go back? So we have it now. Air fryer cookbook for beginners. So the next thing I want to do is go to the first recipe, um, scroll down, and then you come here. After your recipe name, you want to go down again. Make sure it's in the middle. This cursor is in the middle. Then put it in the center. Then you go to plus and go to image and locate the image. So let's say this is the first image. It comes here. You can see it, right? You can see it. So this is so every recipe has a picture like this, and this is how your book will end up being. And in the continuation of the recipe information will be here. Instruction will go to the next page, and so that means each recipe will take about 1 2 pages, 2 to 3 pages, depending on the word count, but usually 2 pages with picture. So it takes 2 pages, and eventually we'll have about 100 pages. The manuscript without the pictures already is 70 pages. You can see now we start adding pictures. So you add pictures, recipe picture to each of them. Come here also under this recipe name, bring it down a bit, you put it in the middle, centralize, go to this plus sign, that's insert, go to image. If you're on a laptop, to be the same method. Come to this, insert the picture, you can see it here. Now you go to the next one again, down twice, make sure it's in the middle, centralized, go to the plus sign, image, photos, and this. You can see that. So now we have, you can see how we have images for each recipe. You can see how this looks good. This is not even designed in Canva, just your Word document, and it's looking this good. So imagine somebody buys this cookbook compared to the random ones that doesn't have pictures. The person will prefer that this one have pictures because they can see what they want to prepare before you even start. You can see the end result before they start, and that alone can inspire them to want to make that recipe, to right, to make that meal or the dish, the meal of course. So eventually we'll have about, for the 32 recipes, we have 32 pictures, including this one, and 30 pages with 33 pictures. I hope you understand, and I hope I'm not too fast or too slow. If I'm too slow, please pardon me. So we have pictures. Let's assume we have all the pictures added to the recipes now, and to export our document. It is good to go. Don't forget your title page, your copyright page. Make sure you change your name. You can see copyright, your name, publishing company, or your name. Change it to your name and then the year. Then all right reserved. How did I get this? I got it from ChatGPT. Just tell it after you finish generating your content. Just tell it to give you the copyright information, to give you something like this. It may give you a sexy text. Just cut it out. Just stop at this very first paragraph. You can see that's all you need. Then lastly, you want to export your work as, you want to add a table of content. So let me quickly add it. Because I'm on Android phone, I can't insert table of content from here. But you can do it on an iPhone or on your laptop, and you can also do it on your Android using the method I told you about, the Kiwi browser. But I won't be doing that now. You can just browse how to do it, and that's because sometimes it gives it has glitches and it takes time, because of course it's not a laptop, it's a phone. So it's supposed to come to insert and scroll down, you see table of content, but I don't have it here. So I'll quickly insert it from my iPhone. I won't show you this process because of course it's another phone. So I'll quickly just insert it and it will appear here now, so that you can see how it's going to appear. I don't have to type each page, and but I think there's page numbering, right? Page number is here. Page number, I will insert page number. The first page is this last option, the fourth option. First page does not need numbering. The numbering should start from second page, and numbering should be below. That's what I usually use though. Depends on you. We want to do something different. So we have our numbering number one from the copyright page. Title page is usually not numbered. So eventually when we have pictures, we have 100 pages. Because this is 71, we have 29 more, 33 more pages to add. But we have about 102 pages eventually, because each recipe picture we add an additional page to the book, the manuscript. So I'll quickly just rush on my other phone. I just rush to the document and insert the table of contents. I wish I can show you, but I can take a screenshot and attach this video. Okay, so you can see, let's scroll down. I have inserted the table of content, right? I just want to adjust it a bit. You can see how it appears automatically. I don't have to type it. Yeah, I know you didn't see, but please, I know it's very easy. Just you can just browse on how to do it on your laptop. Makes very easy. But it's only very easy when you have done your assignment, by ensuring that your H1 and H2 are appropriately set. Otherwise, it won't be so easy. So you can see our table of contents. Okay, you know what I'm going to do. Let's make this one too bold. Let's make it capital letters. So that's mean. So I want to can see it's still small letter on the table of contents. I want to update table of contents. Update again. Update table of content, and now I'm sure it will have been fixed. Not updating. Is it because I didn't do it on this device? Let me update it from here. Update table of content. Just a moment. Update should be updated. Okay, it's not picking the recording. Not picking. Not picking the. Just a minute, please. So, just a minute. Apologies. So, I want to update table of content. Hopefully, it has yes, that's updated. So, let's. I'm done. Okay, so we're fine. So now we have a table of content reference introduction, breakfast, lunch, dinners, and we have 8 recipes each. So you can see the conclusion. So after inserting the pages, okay, you have extra space. So let's close it out. Let's come back and bring this one to page break. Because we are inserting we did a page break when it was on H1. So the empty space will pick the formatting. So once you go and clear it normal text, don't forget to always check that. So now we have a table of content and everything is looking good. You can see, and that is how to format your cookbook as it is. After inserting all the pictures and doing all the formatting, it is good to go. You just extract it as PDF, one as PDF. Like this one that has page numbering will be the PDF. That's the paperback version, and your Kindle version will be the will be go with docs, and the type of content will not be this one that have numbering, to be the one that are clickable, the blue one. And let me quickly do it. So we're going to delete this very type of content we have, to quickly show you what I meant like that. I'll delete this very type of content now and insert the one for your Kindle, right, just for you to see what I mean. So let's delete it. I know you're not seeing it from here is because they I have to refresh for you to pick effects. I'm doing it on another device, so I have the one that has the clickable ones, the one in with ink. So just a minute. Night mode. It has not taken effect yet. Let's wait for it to take effect. Okay, so done. So yeah. So yeah, for your Kindle version, this is the kind of table of content you'll be using for it, the clickable one. So once you just click, let's click on breakfast. It takes us to breakfast because it's clickable. The paperback on the other hand will be printed, so they can just flip to each pages. Each of the pages have their page numbering. You can just flip based on the table of content numbering, and that is why it's good to use automated table of content so that you don't make mistakes in assigning the page numbering. So I hope you understand this. Then this very one will be exported as docs, or you change it to Kindle file. That will, but you need a laptop to do that. If you have a laptop, you can Google how to do it, or watch YouTube videos on how to do it. I won't be doing it here. I'm doing this with my mobile device because of people that will say they don't have a laptop. So I'm just trying to make it give. I want you to know that you can do this with your phone, right? So that is it. But if you are on your laptop, it's pretty much the same method. So I think we are through with our documents. For your description, now we have our back end keyword. You have title, subtitle. We don't have description. Description, you'll be using the same method you used to get your title and keyword. You go to the same search for the same book, check three best selling authors in that niche, check their description if you like it. Not just don't just pick any random one. The ones that appeals to you that you feel is okay. Pick like three of them, come to ChatGPT and tell it to give you, use it as template to generate your own. Make sure you give it your own title and subtitle and pen name, so it doesn't go and use somebody's details for you and then tell it to give you your own. Just with using the other people's own as templates, other authors own as templates. So I hope you understand. I apologize again if I'm sounding a certain way. I'm just not in the, I'm not so comfortable right now. I'm just trying to do this video irrespective of my hectic day. But it's fine, right? So I'm glad I'm able to do this at least. So I don't keep you waiting. I know a lot of people are waiting up on me, especially in the community, to continue their cookbook generation and formatting. But because of the video that's yet to be uploaded, they are finding it difficult to proceed. And I sincerely apologize for that. So I think with this, we are through. You export your work, save it. Then the next thing you have to go do is your book cover, and then that leads us to the part 4 of this video. So our book cover will be coming next. Book cover tutorial on how to design book covers. I'll be using the same title for the book cover design. So thank you for watching to this point. If you are yet to like this video, please do click the like button, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe, because we'll be uploading more tutorials that will help you make passive income using Amazon KDP. Thank you so much again for joining me. Ensure to share with your friends and relatives that you think may find this content helpful. And if you're yet to also join the community, do join the community using the link that will be in the description of this video, or any of our tutorial videos that has been previously uploaded. Yes, if you don't have the template I shared, the prompt template, it's in the description of the two previous videos, the part 1 and part 2 of this tutorial. Please, you can also get your copy of those prompts. They will help you a lot. And ensure to go back and watch this video again if you don't understand any point of any part of it. And if you have questions, also don't hesitate to come to the community and ask questions. We are willing to help you. Hold your hands until you make your first $100 and above. So I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see you at the top. Thank you so much for joining me again. I remain Hannah, and see you in the very next lesson, which will be the part 4 and will be dedicated to book cover design. Have a nice day.